Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations you'll be watching this video. Yes, my dear viewers, I am back again with another update. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought on the comment section and let us know what you think about this video. And I will see you towards the end.
To the state for palliative, you giving cash, chasing too few goods. You know what you are causing? Hyperinflation. that is medieval economics. And I said to people, who is this voodoo economist who is the advisor in the villa? Give them the money. What do we want to do with money? How much can that money buy goods in the market? Abi? So what kind? Oh, give them. And now Lagos is about 22 million people. Bayelsa about plus or minus 2 million people. Lagos got 5 billion. Bayelsa got 5 billion. Kano heavily populated. Jigawa small. They got 5 billion. Kano got 5 billion. What are you telling the people? Is it not money for the boys? You look at it in those days, the giant of Africa. For every 10 Africans, 7 are Nigerians. Look at the little Rwanda there. And we want to concern ourselves with, there is a coup in that country. What the heck is your business? Do they have any direct impact on our national interest? No. All the arsenal that we have towards Nigeria and make life more meaningful to our people, make education easy for our people, make agriculture cheap for the people, make transportation cheap for the people, impact positively on them. The British also went through, many countries in Europe went through all this wahala. You know what they have done? The government promised that rather than giving cash to them, government has said, we will take 50% of your bill for your energy consumption per house. That's direct. Rather than giving one governor, state governor, 5 billion naira. To do what? Are we coming back next? And that money we were told was borrowed.
On the eve of the judgment of the Presidential Petition Tribunal, you've already given us your thoughts on how the judiciary plays into politics and our democracy. What are you expecting for tomorrow and the implications of whichever way it swings?
Thank you for this question. I have been a very keen watcher of the political hullabaloo in this country. And, thank God we are back in a democratic governance. In other words, the government of the people, for the people, by the people. It is the will of the people that we must respect. Now, we have an agency that was to conduct the election, an agency completely entrusted to manage and ensure that the process was seamless. At the end of the day, there was an announcement by the chairman that there was a glitch on the system. I am an engineer by profession, and I said to myself, if there was a glitch, first of all, let me thank President Buhari for introducing the modern technology in the electoral process, because in the past they had been handled, manipulated, all kinds of marauders give figures, manipulate the figures, and come up with solutions that were archaic and unacceptable. Now, the day he announced that they have spent so much money acquiring modern technology to handle the electoral process, I had a party in my office. I was so thankful and so grateful that we are going to lift from the doldrums of hell to the civilized level of civility. But what happened? We started, he tested, there was a test run in Anambra, no problem. And there was another one in Ekiti, no problem. There was another one in Osun State, using the same modern technology. Now, he then announced just before the election that they had done a test run. I was so happy. On the day now of the election, on the D-Day, the 8th hour, you announced to the world that there was a glitch. I felt so mortified, beyond words, angry beyond words, because that's my specialization in the military. You know, so I said, glitch? Eventually, they resorted back to the old archaic system where you now had a load of people manipulating results, and you had all the things that they said during the tribunal. And I want to appeal. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but I have my common sense. And I am, you know, asking purely on moral suasion purposes. Democracy is about the will of the people, the government of the people, for the people, by the people, selecting the choice of who should be president, who should be governor, who should be senator, who should be House of Rep member, or should never be through the courts. You know, in this setup, there are three arms of government. They are equal arms, but independent. Now, if one of them now decides on our behalf who should be president, who should be governor, it's unheard of. It's absolutely shambolic. How would it be? The 200 million people, about 60 million people voted, and then 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 will now decide the winner of the election. I don't know whatever grammar and these same people live in our society, the lawyers and all that, playing and getting humongous amount of money for displaying and telling us about the technicalities, the what. What we know for real is that the election was shambolic. It did not go through the process as defined by the law. It did not go through the process as defined by the INEC themselves. So I am hoping that the Almighty God will work in the minds of these judges, to come up, tell INEC. INEC is the moderator of the election. Go back and redo the election to make sure the process is just, the process is fair, and the process is justifiable. If they cannot meet it, sack them and get new people to manage the election. But for judges to decide on the will of the people, or through whatever grammar they will give us, will be setting this nation back. You forgot the 12 saga? When we had 19 states, they came up with stories about how 12 two-thirds should be about two-thirds of a state or not a state, all kinds of technicalities. Where did that lead us as a nation? Let's get off from this doldrum of hell and go to join the civilized people in the world. God has so given this nation so much. Mineral resources in every part, human resource in every part, Look at all developed countries in the world. You hear about Nigerians who are experts here, experts there. They are all over. Why can't we do something for ourselves? Why? I get mortified. I get so angry. What is going on? Why are we drifting? Because of personal ambition, personal aggrandizement, at the expense of the millions of people. You need to walk the streets of every state and see squalor, and see poverty, and see anger in the faces of the people. All because of an ambition of one or two people? No, we can't continue like this. Look at in Kenya, they had an election.
George,
they went back to the court.
Please allow me to interrupt you. You know, it's quite interesting that you're having second thoughts about the judiciary now when it had favored your party in the past.
Yeah.
You recall this same judiciary favored your party when it upheld the very flawed election that brought Umaru Musa Yar'Adua to power in 2007. You did not express reservations at that time. And it's also standard practice all over the world, you know, for the judiciary to arbitrate, you know, or intervene in election disputes. So why change the rules at this time?
You know, you are looking at it in a very myopic aspect. The fact that it happened at that time, does that mean we should continue? We saw the effect. All I am saying at my age now, since Shagari's period, we had never handled. At that time, there was no modern technology to run elections. People manipulated the results, and all of them on all sides have agreed that that was what they did. You are telling me now, because we did something wrong about 10, 20 years ago, we should continue? No. The essence of life is that once you are able to see the mistakes made, make corrections, and don't repeat the mistakes so that you can grow. That's all I am saying. For me, it doesn't matter whether it's party A or party B. Everybody will be involved. Let us do what is right. We had bought the best of technology to manage the process of election. So whether you said we didn't complain at that time, maybe we didn't know. Now we have seen the effect. Why should few people decide on who should be the president? I'm not talking, I don't know what will happen. We disagreed completely with the electoral process. Let us do something that is sane. Let's do something that is acceptable in a civilized environment. We are not proving the grace that God gave this country. Go every nook and cranny of Nigeria. Ask for professor of any field. You will see them more than enough that we can sell to other African countries. Why can't we manage ourselves? I am telling these justices, don't turn democracy into the government of the judiciary, for the judiciary, by the judiciary. Let the will of Nigerians prevail. Millions left their homes. There was a lot of campaign, a lot of physical effort, a lot of human effort, a lot of money expended, convincing people. And now the managers of the electoral process came out and told us that, oh, there was a glitch. We should reverse back to the old system which had been condemned by everybody. I was happy, I told you, when General Buhari introduced the new technology. This man had a test run in Anambra, a test run in Ekiti, a test run in Osun. And he told us that they had done a national test run and everything was ready. And on that D-Day and the 8th hour, you now came up and said there was a glitch. And the manufacturers of the equipment said, and I quote, that there was no glitch, that we switched off the system. And I'm saying, if that is the case, is this the time to now declare A winner, B loser, or whatever? Nigeria will remain. But will we remain united? Will we remain that nation of pride, the giant of Africa, a model for other Africans? No. Let's do what is good in the interest of these younger generations that are coming. The fact that you made a mistake in the past, does it mean you should continue to make it? Then you will never develop. You will never grow. There is so much anger in the land. And the same, the methodology of managing the palliatives is by giving cash. The first lesson you learn in an economic class is, if there is too much money chasing too few goods, hyperinflation. Simple and factual. So I am addressing this issue not based on any political party. My party, yes, is PDP. I'm not saying declare us or declare B, declare C. You have the INEC themselves came that 33% they were at the 3% collation when they were directed to go and announce. That in itself should send everybody packing. Nobody should interfere. Allow the process to run. No interlopers, no manipulators. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I'm not, the fact that it happened during Yaradua's time, 2007, this is 2023. We continue in that wrong route, it can be well. So let us fear God. Let us remember the millions that are suffering now. Anybody elected will remember, if the process is genuine, will remember that, so much from my constituency, they voted for me. Well, what is public office? What is governance? The utilization of the resources of the land for the benefit of the people.